We've got family in the kitchen.
Yeah. So yeah.
Love the shirt, Emma. I love the shirt.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In there.
Is that a shirt or a dress? What is that, Emma? That's awesome.
Oh, you like this? Yeah, because it goes with Edgeworth Studio space. I thought it's quite tie dye. It was yeah. Have a quick. Better not stand up because I knocked something over. It's yeah. Have a yeah. Have a £5. It was £5, and I bought a loads more like it because they're just ideal for this weather because it gets to 35 plus. So if it gets really hot, and then of course it wouldn't cool again. So I was so pleased it did anyway. So and it rained today slightly. It rained. It actually rained. So I haven't seen that for ages.
Longest I've ever not seen rain.
Yeah, it's gone about 50 days without rain for some people.
So it's raining today, or it's not raining?
It was raining. Yes, it was. Yeah, thankfully.
You're not going to dry up. That shirt reminds me of a friend of mine, Dan, he's a fabric artist. He's many things, does all kinds of art, but he was an expert tie dyer.
Oh, really? He makes
I have some of his shirts that are just awesome. I'm wondering if I have anything in the studio here.
Oh yeah, you let it play on next week. Yeah.
I do have something that's his. Can I show you? It's a good story. Well, hold on a second. All right. So this chair. Check this chair out. Now, Dan is this is what I sit in and have sat in since 2012. All right.
Yeah.
It was his grandfather's chair. And Dan's about 70 years old. And the story behind this chair is he died in this chair. So, but it's how he died. His wife, he was abusive to his wife, to his grandmother. He wasn't a good man. And, he would, beat her and things like that. So when the story is in the family, he had his heart attack, was dying in the chair, and she didn't call the paramedics for a half an hour.
Oh.
Wow. Like Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, that's a bit of a ghost story. So that's that. Oh.
So I want to show you how broken this chair is. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Mm. Yeah.
So it's literally for the woman. I mean, did she get prosecuted?
Well, no, it's in the family. I mean, they were old elderly people. They didn't do an autopsy or anything. He died of a heart attack.
Yeah.
But she just waited to make sure.
Quite a lot of skeletons in the closet there. Yeah.
And it was a family, it's a family story, so who knows the truth behind it.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Here I am.
How are you, Edgeworth? Notes for today. I'm feeling like I'm floating.
Yeah.
Usually I've got a list of things to talk about.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I don't know why. Oh, I know why. For the last 24 hours, apart from a brief period when I slept, I've been tidying the house because family are coming around. So I've tidied a year and a half's worth of mess in one day. And
I've done that.
I found 24 paintings I'd forgotten about, which I've just quickly put on eBay. So I took a bit of a break to do eBay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It just occurred to me when I pressed go live with Ron that I've got nothing to say.
Well, that's going to be the best podcast. That's going to be the best one because we're going to come up with something. We're going to have to find it.
Yeah.
We're going to have to resort to talking about childhood memories or something like that.
What's new and exciting in your life, Emma?
Well, I don't know.
There you go. Pass it on.
I actually went out. You see, they said it was going to rain. You see, I'm just talking about the weather now, but it is new and exciting for us now, rain, because it's quite, and it's frightening actually. But the thing is that I did go out sketching this morning because they said it was going to rain this morning, and then it was sunny as usual. So I did go out in it, but I'm so pleased it's just rained just now. So so the rain is new and exciting for me. Yeah.
I'm going to have to write some stuff down.
You have to write some stuff.
We've got a new song called Electric Virus.
Yeah, we practiced that. We practiced that just now. Yeah.
Okay, is there going to be a recording of an album? Are you going to try to get a date to play out? Somewhere to play?
We need a gig. we need a. I mean, I've not spoken to Emma about this, but I think we need a proper gig.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
We've got new songs.
Yeah.
Our fans have been, patient for these last couple of years, so we need to give the world a gig, I think.
And how do you go about that? How do you pitch your
I try to remember all the venues we've not played at, because anywhere we've already played won't have us back. So I need to find some new places, and I need to convince them that we can bring 20 people.
Yeah.
And then we'll turn up on the day with no one. Yeah. And then we've burned that bridge, and we have to wait for them to close down for another venue.
Get ready to take notes because I have an idea for you.
Go on in.
Rose and I were asked to be sound people for a benefit concert for the Animal Shelter Humane Society by a guy who's never played a gig in his life, but he wants to get out there. So he was smart enough to do what I've always said, do a charity thing, because people will show up to give to the animals. So he didn't charge anything. He just said, bring donations of Venmo, PayPal, donate to the animal shelter, or bring canned goods, food, and things for dogs and cats. He had well, first of all, we didn't do sound because I was terrified, because I've never done sound for anybody. So I said nope. But I did let him borrow some of my equipment and went over there to make sure he had it plugged in right, and he didn't, but we got it going. Anyway, I don't know, 40 people came, and he's never, ever played a gig, but he's played many, many open mics, but never his own 2.5 hours he played. Just song after song after song. And people came in and out. So they'd come in for 10 minutes, drop off their stuff. So my advice is Animal Shelter. People love their pets more than people.
Yeah.
Animal Shelter, Emma. Okay, I'm writing it down.
Try different shelter places.
Yeah, I'll sleep on that one, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it could be anything. It could be. What's that?
2.5 hours. He sounds like someone who's dwelt on doing a gig for too long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought so.
If you've got 2.5 hours worth of material, you should have been playing gigs when you had 5 minutes of material.
Yes. Yeah. Well, he's he covers songs, and he just wants to play. It's a hobby.
Yeah.
But it was just when it's an idea, because people will always, for something that pulls their heartstrings, they'll come out for you. So it's kind of like fishing them in, reeling them in.
We need to give them a reason to see us other than us. That's the trick.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the story of my life.
It's like when ugly men realise they need to make a shitload of money because there's no other avenue.
Yeah.
That's, like I said, it's my life. That's how I do shows like that, because I'm tired. I was tired of having shows where nobody came.
Yeah, well, you see, this is it, because we were talking about open mics, but 10 minutes.
Yeah, if they would give us half an hour.
Well, what I did ask about half an hour, and I just got back look at our website, which is another way of saying you've got 10 minutes, really. Yeah. So I just didn't follow it up. But yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Do you have any?
Sorry, Ron.
Do you have any community centers or places where you can ask and try to lock in a time, and then bring the people in there through advertising?
Yes, yeah. We're going to really look at stuff like that. Yeah.
I think one avenue is to promote my music more at Camden Market Free Art Man, and because I thought of today of doing placards, which are, do you know those song notes I did, where I've got my lyrics and guitar tabs all scribbled all over it.
Love it, yeah.
And I'll do those on big pieces of cardboard with QR codes. So hopefully
that's
that would
nice.
Make more people aware of my music, and I think they would make decent artworks as well.
Yes, yeah, they would. Yeah, they would.
Black and white, no colour, just song notes.
Nice.
I mean, I've had some decent feedback from our CD. Yeah. I don't have any with me, but yeah, that Class, our new album Class.
Shall I tell them about that other idea? I had a sneak up a little black and white arty photo of us. Because some of these pubs, no, I don't know what I should say.
Say it.
Yeah, these pubs, they have, one of them had famous visitors. So there's Ronnie Wood, and there's all black and white. Oh, yes, he's practicing, but, he just happened to be here. We got his picture on the wall. So I said, we ought to do a little arty shot of us. Black and white artist shot, put our picture on the wall next to Ronnie Wood, where there's all the famous people on the wall. And nobody would, everyone would, oh yes, I know, the Edgeworth Band. Oh yes, no one would admit they didn't know who the fuck we were.
Yes.
They'll all pretend that they know who we are.
I love that idea. That's good.
Do you know I changed the name of our band to Camden Market Free Art Man?
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you are. You see, now we've registered that one wrong. Yeah.
You just snuck it in there. Your name.
Band name change, yeah, and I was in it.
I wondered if you'd noticed, because it's actually on the title of the album I gave you.
Oh, really? Oh, I see. Oh, it's no longer the Edgeworth Band. Oh, I see.
No, we're called the Camden Market Free Art Man.
So you said you're getting or you're getting good feedback from the album?
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, the trick is, it's like getting people to taste a new dish. Yeah. They don't know if they like it yet. I mean, how do you convince someone to come and see you? And I suppose, well, we've got the album now, so there are people who I can give copies out at Camden to everyone who seems like they might be interested.
Yeah.
And so people know what they're going to see when they arrive. It's not just friends who'll turn up indiscriminately, or people who are obviously expecting us to be like probably a regular band that plays, quite poppy, rocky kind of indie stuff, and then we start playing, and it's 1 in 100 people is probably the ratio we're looking at. So I think we need to have some awareness of what we are before the gig.
Right. You can ask. You can get Zombie to come.
Yeah, Zombie. Yeah, actually, I should give Zombie an album. I haven't given him an album yet.
More about venues. So, I know I'm not trying to be pushy or anything, but I'm thinking of Shelley's space is too small, right, for to have a concert in there. Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, in theory, it's okay, but you just take all her stuff out.
Right. But I'm not even talking about something like that. A person that has a space that you can, or is popular,
I wonder if that would be allowed. The thing is, I don't think it would look good, because I would be stood right in front of Emma. There's not enough space for us to be side by side.
Yeah.
Right.
That's okay. Right. But I'm just wondering about the if it's allowed with the it should be.
I mean, if we do it like at 7:30 in the evening.
Yeah, that should.
I think they'd be all right. Security guards would have gone home by then anyway.
Yeah.
Or something of that. Just something about a place that a person likes you enough to let you have their space for half an hour.
That's all. We're just thinking.
It's a really good idea. The more I think about that, the more I think it's a really good idea.
It's meant to be
Good. Yeah. Or you could just park yourselves right outside of Charles's house and play without him even knowing it. Just bring everybody there, even though that's completely illegal and wrong.
Charles
lives in a cul-de-sac, isolated in the middle of nowhere.
I know. That's what makes it. See, I like that stuff. I think I was doing the same thing you were doing, you and Emma, with having shows at Black Ivory. No one showed, so we did a practice instead.
Yeah.
That's. I think I get off on that. I like that. Because you document it, and to have complete. I mean, it's better than one person coming when nobody comes. It's something.
Yeah.
That's it. It's like eBay. It's better to have no bids than one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've had two eBay auctions now, no bids.
Yeah, yeah. Who's the founder? Let's go get him. Let's make him fix that algorithm.
Yeah.
But no, how's things for you? How long till the students come back to as we go?
Tonight.
So are you going to do a free art freeze art?
I am, but this is just a freshman tonight. Monday's first day of classes. Rose is doing she goes and does the torchlight ceremony. They fill the arena with all the new students and light candles and talk, and she takes photos. So, yeah. So this fall we'll be doing that.
I think you're going to take off.
Yeah.
Because
take off to the local jail. I'm sure of it, but that's okay. I'll go to jail for art.
I've been watching
the big thing now.
Footage of American police officers.
Oh, really?
What about
them? Body cam footage of American police officers. I mean, some of them are absolute lunatics. One guy is in jail, not in jail. I think he's from Baltimore. I can't remember his name, but he's being done for attempted murder because he just got his van and he started chasing this man on the grass in his van. And he's been prosecuted for some kind of attempted murder charge, like second-degree attempt. But I mean, there's loads of police officers in America who just seem to think, and I'm sure the same's true in England, but I've been watching it. It's like they just invent the law and just go out and to the point of wanting to run someone over. So you don't even have to be committing a crime.
Yeah.
You pretty much got it. You hit the nail right on the head.
I mean, you can just be there doing your thing, and a police officer just doesn't like what you're doing, so he just can't cuff you, not tell you why you're being arrested or anything. The good thing is that people are suing and getting good money.
Right. And then there's the GoFundMe. If with social media, if it's a real nefarious, obvious thing, you'll have $100,000 in your some account for you the next day.
One guy got $200,000 for a wrong foot. He was arrested. He had something in his back pocket that looked like it might be a gun. So the police officer says, "What's in your pocket?" So he was being a bit obnoxious, but eventually he did take it was his walking cane. I think he's legally blind. I think he's an ex-veteran from the army. Legally blind. He's got a walking cane. Yeah. They gave him a real hard time. They arrested him, or they put him in cuffs and let him go. Then they decided to arrest him for resisting arrest, but it was all totally out of procedure. No lawful reason for doing any of this, and he got $200,000.
Yeah,
sure.
Maybe they have a sort of tally on how many arrests they've made, and if you get more arrests, then you get more. So they're just
like parking wardens.
No, you know, maybe they just get it's successful. Like the more arrests we've made, so you know, that's your record. You know, so that you get some. So people just get arrested for all sorts of ridiculous things. You know, so
it makes you scared to go out the door. I mean, imagine just walking down the road.
Yeah. I mean,
it's pretty bad. It's often bad, but maybe that's my avenue for free art. Maybe I should create a nuisance or, make myself obnoxious with art somewhere and get beat up by the cops.
To be fair to the police officers, usually the person they're questioning is deliberately winding them up and deliberately being evasive and different. I'm not saying that's an excuse.
Sometimes. Right.
But
sometimes, right. Yeah.
Here's the people are not being polite.
To me, it's just about power and fear. I mean, I don't like I don't like the fact that any human being has to police another person. So I'm very, do unto others sort of thing, and it bothers me because as soon as you put that person into that, even me, if you took me and made me a cop. I'd be a bad cop I'd be a bad cop in a year because I have to.
You wear and you act out the role. Yeah, exactly.
I play the role. There's peer pressure.
If I've witnessed some of the things that they've witnessed, I'd probably go out one day and just lose my mind with the first person who gives me a hard time.
Right. So they're seeing a lot of crap. Right.
As well, but.
And I had a friend who was a
professional.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you do.
But if I just see my best friend get shot in the head and the next day someone starts giving me a hard time about a parking ticket, I could flip.
Yeah, I suppose you could.
Yes. And that's what happens with our prison system is so horrible. I had a friend who was a security guard there, a correctional officer, they call him. And it's just, you're seeing the worst of the worst. And you're forced into a situation where you're babysitting people that are in prison. And it's like and then I see a documentary on the Norwegian prison where they pretty much put them in an island and let them be free to themselves with some minimal security, and everything seems to be fine because it's not like most people aren't waking up every day going, I want to murder. It's usually a passion murder or an armed robbery or something. It's like we don't. So it's like when you put people in a calmer situation, everybody's calm. But in the American prison system, right from the horse's mouth, it was a mess. It literally turned him into a crazy man. He was a nice regular fella, and now we're no longer friends because he's crazy.
Have you seen the film Crash?
No, but I almost did the other night. It's really funny.
20 years ago, one of the characters is a police officer who's a bad cop. And he's looking after his sick dad. And it's a. I mean, I don't really watch films, but I like that one. It's a good film.
This is interesting. 4 nights ago, we went to a house and we brought our tent and we all hung out and stayed out in the backyard, Rose and I. And they had a movie set up in the yard to watch, an outdoor night for us. And it was Crash was the movie. But it didn't work, so we couldn't watch it. So now it's been mentioned twice, 2 times in a week, a 20-year-old movie. So I'm definitely watching it.
Yes, obviously it's not the one J.G. Ballard's Crash with David Cronenberg.
No, it's a remake.
No, it's not the same one.
Oh, is it?
No, it's a completely different film. But the thing is that they're now got this thing where the prisons are overcrowded in Britain, so they're letting out a load of criminals. Early release. And everyone's upset. Victims of domestic violence or victims of stalking, they're getting letters saying that you're a perpetrator. I mean, one woman, they just it's driving women really. You just see her bursting into tears, telling it on camera, and just getting really upset because
what's upsetting as well is we've got loads of empty prison cells in England. But we've got hundreds of empty prison cells, so they can't put anyone in because they haven't put a fire alarm in there yet.
Oh, they really just need the prison cells then. Yeah.
It's like the Chuckle Brothers are running our country at the moment.
Yeah.
The what?
They're a comedy. They're a bit like Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we had a person last night this is a senator. We have 100 senators, pretty much the 100 most powerful people in the world right now, right?
Yeah.
She was a senator died this year in South Carolina. A real vile person, but whatever, he died. And because we have such corruption, his sister, the governor of the state of South Carolina, made his sister the sitting senator until the election, which is coming up in November.
Wow.
So she's running. She has no experience doing anything. She had not even a lawyer, so she has no idea about the law, right? Or anything like that. She was in a debate last night and was asked a question, why is it important that the United States is involved with Taiwan in the South China Sea? And her answer was, I don't really know foreign policy much. This is literally her answer. On a debate stage, running for senator. So I'm going to come right out and say it. I just don't know. And that was it. That was her answer. Couldn't even come up with it. I could fudge an answer.
At least it's honest.
Yeah,
that's Laurel and Hardy for you. That's what's happening right now.
It's like that.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a lot of honest people out there. I just don't want them to be, nuking us. Right?
Yeah. But with this, the thing is about prisoners being early released, right? these women campaigned say, please do not release these rapists, obviously, and these sex offenders, and they said that they wouldn't. They backtracked on that, but then they said it wouldn't be the same for domestic violence perpetrators. Well, I mean, what is awful, because it was only in the 90s that rape in marriage got recognised as rape, and most attacks do actually happen with domestic violence or somebody the woman knows anyway, within the family, or someone known to the woman anyway. So to say that we're not going to put out, I mean, are we just going to say it was not rape? It takes a long legal campaign to get domestic violence, rape in marriage recognised. Are we just going to say it's not the same thing again? I mean, it's just really worrying what the way they're sort of saying, we're not going to let out, because that's not going to be very popular, is it? Let out rapists and paedophiles. But if it's domestic violence and it's a different, we will let, that's a different matter. No, it's not really, and it's just.
But but what's the significance of it being a woman? What's the difference between someone who's a man?
Yeah, in fact, why a woman went to prison because she was beating up her husband.
No. What I mean is when the victim's a man.
Yes, the victim can be a man as well, but the point I'm trying to say is that it's just the fact that it's just that they have this long attitude that is not taken seriously, and then now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pandering to the sort of public opinion, and now he's saying, but it's not, but that doesn't mean domestic violence offenders won't be given early release. So that's really, really terrible. It's just awful. Yeah. So that's
we don't prepare. We talk about everything apart from art.
That's true. We start talking about stuff that we
I got some art, but I want to jump on that, Emma, because I think I've said this before, but for our listening audience, I will add it. I was in an art show in Texas last year, and was it an art show? More, it was like a history show, and it was about women and their attitudes toward men and vice versa.
Yeah.
And it was a quote by, I think, Margaret Atwood or some writer.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was if it was a quote or an actual study, but when men are asked what do they fear most about women, and they said being laughed at. Men said this,
really?
being laughed at. When women were asked this, they said getting killed.
Yeah, that's it.
So the idea is,
the policeman quoted. He says, "We do get murders, and this is a London policeman. We do get murders in the 50s. We do get murders in our area, but usually it's just husbands killing their wives. So it's not." It's not, it's just that it's not really murder. It's just husbands killing their wives.
Right,
It's just the fact that it's just when he said, "Oh, but the domestic violence is different." I think we've had long, to get domestic violence recognised as assault in marriage and all the rest of it, and it's just like going
back sure, punch a cashier in the supermarket, or punch your wife. It's going to be looked at differently.
Yes, it's a domestic. Yeah, they always have that attitude, the police, anyway. It's a long-standing, it's a domestic, they've always had that attitude, but now it's sort of like, it's going, yes, rapists, sex offenders, paedophiles will, because women campaigned this time, victims campaigned, and there was a bit of an public outcry about it, but, but domestic violence they will be given early release, so that's just really not on at all, it's really quite worrying, so there you go.
I encourage women laughing at me.
Oh, really? Yeah.
What do you encourage?
I encourage women. I try to get women to laugh at me.
Yeah.
It surprises me that I have a lot of fears about women, but laughing is not one of them.
Right. Okay. All right. That's interesting. Well, I'm sure it's not universal. It's just like the majority said that, and you definitely don't fall under the majority, Edgeworth. So.
Yeah, I don't get other people.
I know, and you've said that before. And that's
sense. That's why I'm in Black Ivory. Black Ivory is my world because I don't understand anyone who's not in Black Ivory.
I'm honored. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you guys have flock? Do you have flock cameras in your neighborhood?
Oh, I've heard. I've seen. I was watching a flock misidentification video today. I don't know if we have them here. I don't know.
I found out there's one right on the telephone pole across the street from me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
I don't know.
they have a habit of saying, "You look a little bit like a criminal, so we should get the police to knock on your door."
Yeah.
Yep.
And
I'm just going to go in a hood. I'm going to walk up and down the street at 4 a.m.
yeah,
and looking at houses, stopping, staring at the houses, see what happens.
Yeah.
you've got
So now,
you have 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth, so you do fit the profile of quite a few murderers and rapists, Ron. So I would keep your head down.
Definitely too. The Halloween, I guess, is supposed to be a flock destroying thing across America
oh,
this Halloween.
Wow. That's
I've
going
seen
to
that,
be ugly.
which is really
Yeah.
dumb to announce it. I mean, it's really stupid, right? Because you're announcing it, the cops are going to be looking now. So why wouldn't wouldn't there be a secret code? Say it's Halloween, but make it the day after or
oh yes.
Thanksgiving
Yeah.
or something.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't. I usually go to Day of the Dead ceremony on the 1st of November, and it's really nice. They have sort of like they have these paper mache skeletons, and we
Yeah.
table with food, and then there's loads of marigolds and flowers and stuff, and yeah, and they tell ghost stories and things, and it's really lovely. Yeah, I do that. I usually go in November, so I'm trying to talk about something a bit arty now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I make dead bread. I make the Day of the Dead bread, little skulls.
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
do that on Day of the Dead on Halloween and the day after.
Well,
Um,
so if you don't want to say, they make a distinction. Halloween is more American, Western, wherever. Obviously, Day of the Dead is more Mexican, Central American. But I
sure.
think they tend to merge now a bit now, I think, anyway. Because, I mean, some people say, what you do for Halloween, I'm going out. You could go the day after and do something because I was going to something else that night. So, that's, yeah, I think they tend to merge into one another now a bit more. So, yeah.
Well, we have a big Latin American population
Yes,
now in
yeah,
the U.S.
yeah,
Even here in Oswego, it's pronounced. So you could drive by the
yeah,
cemeteries and on Day of the Dead, and there's people in there.
yeah,
So
yes,
it's
yeah. That's a nice,
it's cool.
yeah.
There you go. That
I
was arty. Okay, what else we got? What else is arts?
The reason I started making masks was because I needed a mask for Halloween with Freya, and I didn't want to spend any money. That's how
Nice.
the mask series came about.
I would love to do masks. And you use cardboard.
Yeah, yeah,
They're really easy to do. You just need I use the cardboard that the supermarket keeps its fruit and veg in, and I paint them, cut them out, use garden twine.
Yeah, I wore them, but you have a like Rose, you have a shape and visual ability to make many masks look different from those same materials.
Well, what I do, rather than plan them, I cut out shapes and then cobble them together in ways that look good after. So I don't compose them until after I've made all the pieces.
Okay, that's helpful.
Which I think is that's the easy way to do it, and I think it gets better results that way, because otherwise you're restricted by what you can imagine, rather than what appears in front of you is you can get. So just make a load of shapes, sit down on the floor, and just start putting bits on top of each other. Oh, that one looks a bit like a bridge, or this one looks like a rabbit.
Right.
And you'll come up with loads.
Okay. Well, that's how I paint, right? I scribble and then create something, right?
So, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. So you just start to scribble and you see a shape in it, and that comes something.
Sometimes, well,
yeah,
you could tell, like if I'm going to just scribble, then I'll scribble. But sometimes I might say, okay, I want a body here, so it's almost like I close my eyes with the paintbrush for the first 5 minutes.
Really. I just do not work like that at all. I always have to have references and things to work from. But the things, it wasn't. I think Leonardo da Vinci saw shapes in clouds, or he was inspired by to make forms from that. And I think was it Max Ernst as well did that too.
Max Ernst did because he rubbed on his floorboards.
So that is.
What did he do? Ernst? What did Max Ernst do? He rubbed what?
he reenacted it once on video. He started rubbing a piece. I think he was probably drawing on the floor and realised that the texture of the wood was coming through. And he said, I was seeing my paintings or my compositions appear before me without really much input. And then once, obviously, that's your starting point. And then you, I think, like you do and I do as well, you go in more gradually, more consciously with the composition as it's developing. But the initial stage for me, like you, is pure abstract.
Yes,
absolutely. And that's how I've been doing it. And I see shapes I see pictures and everything. I'll be sitting in the backyard looking at the tree and the wind, and faces and whatever gestures, all kinds of stuff pop up, just like looking at clouds. But I see it in wherever I'm walking. It's really weird when you train your mind to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't work like that at all. I get an idea what I'm going to paint, and then I always draw references, get them from magazines, copy pictures from magazines. Yeah,
we should do a flip, Emma. We should do a flip. I'll paint your way and you paint my way for a day. We'll see what happens.
We should, maybe. Yeah. I think it's just that I like to I do a quick sketch of it, and then I then find references and paint, and I'll just get an idea of what I'm drawing, so I do it that way. So I don't do it like that at all. But I know what you mean. But it is known to artists are known to do that. Yeah, quite a lot. Yeah. I went to the Tate on Sunday, and there was, because at work we've got this problem, and elsewhere we've got this problem with the lockers. No one's got a locker because all the keys are gone, and the lockers. I keep telling we need to get new lockers, but there's an exhibit at the Tate, and there was just a load of empty lockers, and apparently it came from this gay sauna bar in Soho, and it all closed down. So it was a remnant of that, and it was, it was their sort of art objects taken as a sort of historical artifact almost of this. They were put in the Tate as the exhibit, loads of it, but empty lockers, and I just wondered that was this standing exhibit. So that's a typical Tate sort of this.
That was an exhibit with empty lockers.
Is this the staff room? Oh no, I shouldn't be here. Oh no, there's a painting. Oh, there's a label who explains that it's the art installation. But you could go in and sneak in some. They open them up and there's a painting each one.
Yeah,
you could sneak some in there,
That reminds me, when you said empty lockers and Tate, our daughter got a job this week. She's in Edinburgh right now.
Yeah.
But she got a job, which is a full-time job, which in the United States is everything, because now she has insurance.
Yeah.
So otherwise she would be in trouble, right? Yeah. So, but the job is a security job in the Harvard Art Museum.
Oh wow, that's really good. That is
which is
some of yours on the wall.
Yeah,
believe me, I'm grooming her. So I got two daughters, both in the arts now. One's an arts administrator at an elementary school, and the other one is, like I said, but this is great because she can take free. She has a bachelor's degree, but now she can go get her master's for free at Harvard, which is a pretty good school, right?
Yeah.
But she's going for museum studies. She's going to be she wants to go in and learn how to be a curator and all that stuff. So all the power to her.
Yeah.
More about grooming her. So stay my friend, and you might end up in a museum someday.
Well, there's always a back doorway into everything.
Good to know. It is good to know that it's good to if you don't get on with the the director of the gallery, it's good to have your daughter as a curator there or someone working there. It's always good to have those sort of contacts. Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
It's just I'm a parent, so you want this. Even though I don't expect security for myself, I'm glad she has it now, because it just means she'll have a regular paycheck, be able to afford living in Boston, and take college classes for one class a semester for free. So
that's really good. Yeah, that is good.
And lately, I've been today. I'm trying to make a little movie, like a 20-minute, 25-minute movie about me, about art, and I don't know what it's going to be yet. But I'm starting to get an itch to do something besides paint 3 to 5 paintings a day. So So I did my painting today. I had one of the paintings I made, I filmed and to add content. I did cleaning my brushes outside with my, I'm still not doing soap and water, but I took it outside.
Yeah.
And I used my mask. So I'm I'm going to piece together something entertaining, kind of like put it up on YouTube and we'll see what happens. But
oh yeah, I mean, one of the best things I saw was the Picasso exhibition where somebody filmed like almost like every few, with Picasso working on the canvas, and then they filmed the development and they put it all together to see how the painting, and it was one of the best exhibits of films I've seen. It's very good to do that. You need to do that with yours. Take a picture as you're painting it, and then take another picture. See how
I
it's
should have done that.
yeah.
Well, I could do a stop. I could stop the video. Yeah.
Stop motion, and then put it all together, almost like it's a stop motion film, and then it all comes. See how your painting's developing. But the thing I got with Picasso was that he completely rubs. He painted. Oh, good, he's painted the figure he's got there. Then he just rub it all out again, and do it again. That's not right. And he would start into. He would just come up with something completely different from what he started to do, and it is worth. It really is worth. You can see any films Picasso how he used to. You can get a very good idea of it. Because
he'll be able to watch me because that's exactly how I paint.
Yeah. That's beautiful. And then it'll scrub out again and do it again. Yeah. So that's.
I was kind of amazed because I realized that behind me as the film is going or video's moving, and I'm watching what I'm doing and thinking about it. And then it was just a scribble like we're talking about. It ended up being a fish with a top hat carrying a money bag.
Yeah.
But never would I have thought of that. I just was like, here it comes together. And as far as painting live, you must have 1,000 hours somewhere, Edgeworth, of painting live, right? I mean,
I've got a lot of footage, because I've started this series I'm doing of the series is called Billy Childish Quoted as Blowing Smoke. That series, I've got 7 paintings in it so far, and every one I filmed the painting of the painting and put it on YouTube. So
you did it with Charles' work just recently too, right?
Yeah, yes, we did. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of footage of me painting online. You see, the more I get paranoid about my attribution being taken from me with the collaborations I do with Billy, the more inclined I am to film myself painting here, because I don't know what cock and bull story someone's going to make up about my work in years to come. So I'm saying, look, there's a video of me painting the painting, so I can paint. I'm not.
Well, you've been doing that for years.
Boy, Sorry.
You've been filming yourself painting for years. I mean, it's
yes, yeah, I have, yeah.
It'll be like in 10 years when you're like, or 50 years when you're dead and gone, and I'm still living because I'm going to outlive you. And me and the biographer's coming to me and me saying, yeah, I went out to Muswell Hill and I did some painting, but Edgeworth was there, but I did most of the painting.
I see. That's what I keep that's what I'm protecting myself from.
Right.
But I mean, that problem will iron itself out with time. But I'm doing a load of signage, because I'm going to do dedicated displays at Camden just for this series of Heckle's Horse, contesting the Ted Kessler book thing.
Oh yeah.
So that it'll probably be ready for next weekend. This weekend might be too soon.
And how have you been out there? You haven't been out there because I haven't seen any videos up. Has it been
I haven't been out 2 weeks. I don't think I've been out in 2 weeks now.
Right.
Like I said, the last weekend was so good and so busy, and I got so many people, but the follow up was 0. One Instagram follower, 2 eBay auctions with 0 bids. The thing is about my Camden is it's sort of like, as soon as it's over, it's over. There's no ongoing benefit, so I need to change it, and that's why I'm doing a different display, like themed displays.
Music.
Ones of my paintings, of ones of my music. I'm having to change it because what I'm doing now isn't working. It's it's 2026 is all experimentation for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe this bottom is just the start. It's like you don't know until you know what I mean. You have to that time. It's an investment in time.
I mean, yeah, it's like Edison said, I haven't failed. I've just found 5,000 things that don't work.
Yeah, that's a good
Right,
idea. Yeah,
right.
so I'm looking at it. Yeah,
I've done so many configurations of Camden, and I've made a lot of progress because what's happening now, at least now, I'm getting people to take the work. I mean, that's the bit I really my first few months of doing free art, freeze art.
Yeah.
I was getting rid of between 0 and 4 paintings a day. Now I'm getting rid of 30, 40, maybe more paintings a day. So I've got that bit done.
Right.
The bit I've got to get is not making it all evaporate away once I've packed my suitcase up and gone home. I've got to start building followers who then I need to have something engaging in what I'm doing that engages them for longer than they're stood at my demo. Something that engages them when they go home or when they fly home from holiday. That's the bit I need to work on.
You might be a mirror of our you might be a mirror of our culture right now. Because you're pure art getting out there doing everything you're doing you couldn't be more, you're more artistic than anybody I know.
So, I think 30 years ago, it's like 30. If our band was 30 years ago in America, I think Emma and I wouldn't have too much trouble getting gigs. I'm not saying we'd be famous, we certainly wouldn't, but we would get some following. We would have a couple of hundred people who would be into us.
Of course,
30 years ago.
Yeah.
30
I would
years.
even go. I would go maybe even 80s. 80s would have been a good decade for you.
Yes, yeah.
Throbbing Gristle would get nothing now.
Yeah.
Bands like that would get nothing.
Well, yeah, you're lucky to be able to play and not get paid.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying through all of your art, because what you're seeing, I think, is I don't know. People will take your art, but not realize what they're seeing, what you're going through, what it's all about. You're working hard. I don't know. I think I give more attention to the cashier at the dairy. You know what I'm saying? It's like or more. It's
I'm working hard, but I'm not working smart. I've got to find a way to get ongoing interest. And like I say, I don't expect to get it right first time. I expect it's going to take me probably the rest of this year to figure out.
Well, you got a strong faith in the future.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
And I have that faith too. For me, doing nothing, sitting still and doing nothing, sometimes I just go, okay, something will pop up, something's going to happen. And it always does. It might not be monetary, but it always keeps me going with enthusiasm and encouragement to the next thing, which for me, that's what it is, because I'd like to be a millionaire. Who wouldn't? But it ain't happening while I'm alive. So I know I talk to you about this often, both of you, but to me, it's about the next generation and preserving what I'm doing now.
Yes.
Even if it flops,
yeah.
I want to do a step up from a dumpster, from everything going into the dumpster. And that step up would be somebody's attic. Or I'm very strong with history and how in the future. Because
I know what you mean.
Everything we're seeing today, every modern artist, in my opinion, has always been somebody else said so. So it wasn't that modern artist saying, I'm alone in a vacuum, look at me, and everybody started to love them. It was always another outside force that lifted them up. I don't know if you can, of the artists I know, famous ones, the only one I think worked his own butt off to do it, and I've told you this before, was the guy who did the Scream.
Yes. Monk. Yeah.
He was actually a businessman of his own art.
Yes.
I mean, he pushed himself hard, seeing people, buy my art, do this, buy it. He had to be a salesman for himself.
Yeah.
But everybody else had that break, whether in a group situation. I think, like even Picasso. I mean, he starved, but he was in the right place at the right time, and
That's
enough
it.
people liked them, and friends helped each other out back then. And
Yeah.
I mean, if I was there with you guys right now, I'd be like just as vocal, you know.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think our attitude alone would turn heads.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, us three were a really good team. It's just a shame that we've got this sea between us. But if we were
Yeah.
together,
Stupid
Yeah.
we would
pond.
be streets ahead of where we are now. We would be
Yeah.
streets ahead.
Yeah.
Because I think everybody would bring that something. And
Yeah.
you know, where I feel uncomfortable, you wouldn't feel uncomfortable, or vice versa, and it would just work out. Because I know that there are people out there who, I don't want to say envy, but would envy that kind of camaraderie in the arts, because that's
Yeah.
a singular lacking problem. You
It
know,
is.
there's,
It's
there's
very.
there's already enough aloneness in
Yeah.
art. You
I
know,
think.
it's,
Yeah.
need to
It's
have like-minded people getting together.
it's important.
Yeah,
Online and all
and
the rest of it.
I think
Yeah.
the templates that I look to follow for that reason aren't artists; it's bands.
Yeah.
I see us as a band of painters rather than as art, because I don't really think about famous artists that. I mean, Andy Warhol. I think about Andy Warhol a lot. But
he was almost. Well, he was very much linked to a band anyway, wasn't he? That what the Velvet Underground and all that. That was his. You know.
yeah, but
I mean,
I see
the
his
factory. He was an arts group, really. I mean, that is very much that collaborative form of working, isn't it?
But when I see people talking about Andy Warhol, I don't think of it as being very connected to what I'm doing. Yeah. But I was watching on YouTube yesterday a video. Kim, the guitarist from Soundgarden, and Chris, the bass player from Nirvana, were in a bookstore because Kim's just put a book out. And they were talking about their days in the early 80s, being in bands and stuff. And I was thinking, this is our template, not Andy Warhol or Picasso or all those painters who really essentially just got swallowed up by a gallery. That was basically the story.
That's what I'm saying, right?
And the ones that didn't, like Van Gogh, well, they did after he died. But the success story is, and this is the bit where the galleries took interest. Whereas with the bands in America in the 80s, like early 80s, mid 80s, late 80s, they weren't getting picked up by labels at those points.
We were like the indie art group.
Yeah, they were
they had
already had albums out. They were already touring. They were already with an audience. They had already really made it. And then they come and cash in. 1991, Smells Like Teen Spirit came out. I mean, a lot has happened before anyone noticed.
Yeah.
But that's, I think, where I see us as like, why don't we have 50, 60 people coming to our gigs? I'm not looking to play in Wembley Arena or have my art in Victoria Miro Gallery.
Yeah.
But I'd think that we should have 15, 20 people coming to Black Ivory who are into what we're doing. That's kind of the potential I think that we have. But like you said a minute ago, it's very difficult today to do that. I think it would have been a lot easier to do that back in the day, back when we were teenagers, when the world was a very different place.
Well,
yes,
punk DIY.
Yeah.
Sort of attitude.
DIY, but then DIY was you did it, and you were the only ones doing it. You persisted. Yeah. Now everybody's a star because of the internet. So even mediocre attempts at trying to be persistent and steadfast.
Yeah.
You know, they get noise. It's so there's we come back every week, right? You've been doing this. I'm watching you. You know, pick yourself back up, fall down, pick yourself back up. That's the absolute most important thing to keep doing.
There's no alternative.
There isn't really.
In the 80s, right? In the 80s, you just went away, and the cream rose to the top, even if it wasn't the top.
Yeah.
You just persisted in almost like a folly. You persisted in it, just doing it. And I think that's the key, is to allow yourself to fail all the time.
Yeah.
And
that's it. That's it.
And I swear you get off on it.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
But so do I.
You need that. You need to enjoy failure because you're going to get it every day.
Yeah,
Right.
it's always
Or if not enjoy it, at least it's got to hit you and bounce off, and it does.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, I'd rather paint something. I really would rather paint and then not, fair at what I'm doing, and then say, well, I'll look at that and look at this. Oh, God, that was awful. That painting. Look, knowing that I'm perhaps improving or getting better at drawing and stuff, and I'd rather do that than put some stuff like lockers or some item in the gallery and get all that sort of attention. That's why I'm painting. I just think painting is going to keep going. Painting is going to keep going anyway, and all that death of painting stuff that we've got was rubbish, isn't it?
I wouldn't.
They're all painting now.
I wouldn't want to be in that anyway. I mean, if I was, I'm glad that no galleries worked with me before because I'd rather be in a position I'm in now than have a show at a gallery coming 6 months and just being just another also ran on their roster of artists because that's all artists. Gallery artists are all also rans. There's no one who's standing out. It's like you're better off at least saying whatever I do is going to be a completely different method to what everyone else is doing. Yeah. Because it's like when you're at school, they encourage you to do what works for 85% of people. Yeah. And if you're not one of those 85% of people, you're considered a failure until you leave school, when the 15% who didn't fit in will be probably 14% are failures, but 1% of real successes are likely to be in those 15% of failures. So
they have the grit, right? They have that something that keeps them.
Yeah, they're not going to go through the mill of I'm going to get a job, probably a decent job, get decent money, retire at 65 with a pension. That's great, fine. But the ones who find something else are the ones that you remember. And I think that's why I'm glad I didn't get taken up by a gallery, because then I'd be sucked out of potentially doing something worthwhile and finding a comfortable living with a gallery, being an also ran in contemporary art, which for me is a nightmare. You might as well fail at trying to do something worthwhile.
Yeah.
I have past 2 or 3 years, probably from doing this with you guys. I used to like to exhibit or show, or I would have jumped at a chance at a gallery and all that. But now, just the thought of putting together a show, I don't have time for that. I don't want to do that. I want to.
I was going to say that I really think that I keep looking for a gallery if I find one, but I'm not going to spend my time worrying if I can't get a gallery show. I think it's wonderful to do that show here and have my work here and online. Group shows in people's houses and in other spaces. I'm not going. I look for spaces constantly and trying to get a show.
You've always got Camden, Emma.
Yeah, I will.
Camden's there 24/7.
Yeah.
It's always a show. Well, that's not what Camden is. The type of thing I'm talking about is good. Yeah. I don't want to be in a sound like stuckism now, right? I don't want to be in a stuffy gallery. I do want to just paint.
Well, it is stuffy.
Paste them up on the walls. If you want to talk about it, please talk with me, because I like to talk about work.
I'd rather sometimes fail at something well, if you know what I mean, than succeed bad. You know exactly what I'm saying.
Yes, I do.
You can see the struggle, and when you try and draw, you don't always get it right. You might, we're stuckism. We're not afraid of to
fail.
See, I wouldn't put myself in the stuckism week.
Yeah, well, I would.
I think that those.
I would say I'm very much.
What have they achieved?
Yeah, well, I would say that, but it goes back to that Stuckis manifesto.
I have something to say about that.
Stuckism's just another route into a Whitewall gallery, isn't it?
Yeah,
Wake up, Kitty asked about Stuckism, Edgeworth, and she's somebody we follow on the crypto apps, Emma, and she wanted to know, and she was going, "What is it all? What's it all about? Whatever." And I said, I really don't know, but here's an interview where I tried to explain it. Somebody interviewed me in 2017 when I was showing with the Russians in Moscow.
Yes.
And I don't even, and I tried to explain to her just with a comment. And I said, I think it's my union. That's what I look at Stuckism. It's my union. Meaning
Yeah,
I go there. I go there to, sometimes I go to the meetings. Sometimes I go, yeah, you guys are doing good for me, thanks. But sometimes I just want to do some moonlighting and I want to do
Yeah.
something on my own. But I always
Yeah.
come back because there's some smart things said there. That's how I look at it, but not all of it, of course.
Yeah.
So it's not anything to me but a base for people who maybe once in a while think like me
Exactly.
or
Yeah.
hate like about art. And
Sure,
it's very loose, a very loose feeling I have with it. But
yes.
I can't name that brain. I'm not a
Yeah.
Dadaist. I'm not a, I don't know, whatever, surrealist, but I'm not a Stuckist either. I'm just a guy who likes, who applies to the Stuckism Union.
It has the Stuckish Union card. That's the case.
That's exactly right. That's it.
Yeah.
I have the union card, but you're not going to identify me by my union card, so.
Yeah.
And I think I explained that to her, so hopefully she'll get it, because she was laughing, going, come on, what about sculptors? And she was doing the usual thing, like, can't they be, it's just pregnant, like Edgeworth's manifestos. If you read them, are just as clever and deep if you want to dig into it. Any statement you make I think they're just as good, some of them,
Because the one thing that's, as you say, future historians might say about Stuckism is that it hadn't got a particular style. It was quite a variety. Because surrealism, a surrealist painting, a impressionist of surrealist painting, you can always recognise as belonging to that school. And Stuckism seems to be a very sort of diverse, sort of quite a mixed bag of artists.
But it's like diverse to the point of being utterly meaningless.
Well, the point I'm trying to say is it might look like a complete sort of like very
random hodgepodge of artists.
Random hodgepodge of artists, but the fact is at the time it all that when you look at the climate and what we were reacting against, the conceptual art, that painting is dead. We had to have someone to defend painting. We had to regroup.
Right, it's historical. It's an historical movement.
It didn't actually. It was really about defending or painting is not dead. That's. So if we were a sort of random hodgepodge group of artists, well, I mean, and it wasn't anything that you might say as a painting stuff. It was a reaction to the climate, the artistic climate at the time, which was all conceptual art. Painting is dead,
but that's not good enough, though.
No, fine. I mean, if you want to go off on your own, they should say it's like your union. It's like your union card, isn't it? It's like your union.
Well, here's the thing: if it wasn't for Stuckism, this is how I use it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have met every single painter I know right now.
No, that's it.
That I speak with, that I've shown.
That's the value I've had from it, networking.
Yeah, networking.
Yep, that's where it was camaraderie. It was getting the union hall, because we did some jobs together. That's all. I'm a plumber,
and it's great for networking.
I mean,
there you go.
It's not one school of painting as opposed to another school of painting, like the Free-Ralph Knox.
Right, of course.
And the in Victorian times, but it's impressionists against the academy. But it's painting as opposed to not painting, or painting is dead. That's what we had to sort of deal with. That was our sort of predicament, really.
Yeah, okay, but people get that.
Yeah.
But the thing is that if that's where you're going to land, then again, it's this thing about being an also-ran. You've got to distinguish yourself from the Stuckists, because the Stuckists don't really distinguish themselves as anything artistically meaningful. So that's why I think you've got to break away from it.
I agree.
As I say, recognisable. But it was needed.
Stuckism is like a sweet shop. You go in, you take what you need, and you get out.
Yeah,
if you stay in there, you're going nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, I think it's also that it's.
But I owe it something.
Yeah. I think it does have a bit of a style, actually. I think it's you think of Stuckism as quite punchy, DIY, punkish, even if it is different in some of abstract. I mean, if some it can be Jacqueline's paintings, and I suppose you do something a bit. It does have a bit of a style. It really does. I think it does. Punchy DIY.
Paul Harvey did his graduate study on Stuckism and compared it to punk rock.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
And he sent it. He sent me his paper, and I got to
Yeah.
read it.
It,
But I never
would,
would have known Paul Harvey. I never would have known either of
yeah,
you, Lupo Sol, any of the Russians who I follow to this day,
yeah,
Olga Naus,
yeah. It does
Alexei
have
Stepanov,
a,
Andrew Makarov. Yep.
yeah, yeah. I would say it does have a bit of a style to it. Yeah, it does. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it never
Don
speaks
Trishika
for
Guy. I wouldn't know him. So many folks
yeah,
in different countries, and I've actually shared paintings with them. So that to me that was
yeah.
awesome. And I
Stuckism's
owe
like the
Stuckism.
internet.
Yes. Well, it came at the time of the
Take what
internet.
you need. Stuckism's got everything.
Yeah,
If you can find if you know what you're looking for, or even if you don't, you can find some great
yeah,
stuff on the internet. You know,
Yep.
you
Yep.
don't need to read even a percentage of it, but
yeah.
there's some great stuff there.
Yeah, well, it came
Right.
at the same time. It was, yeah. So I would say, yeah. So
But you can't just be
yeah,
on the internet.
yeah.
You got to have
Oh yeah, now the internet's got
something
a lot
identifiable about you.
a lot more.
Free art, free's art, and you already created it. I hope
Yeah,
you keep it until you die, because the world it'll be in a book someday.
yeah,
You'll be on the coffee table.
yeah.
Persist is everything.
We will still have a coffee table book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just keep
It's
making
like Winston
the
Churchill
content.
said about Neville Chamberlain.
yeah.
History won't look back kindly on Neville Chamberlain, and I know that because I'm going to write it.
Oh yeah, that's it.
So we will have our coffee table book. We know that because we're going to publish it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got a few of them here. I got a few from Black Ivory right over here. Yep.
Yeah.
I got the masks book. I got yeah.
Yeah.
That's the point. I'm writing a manifesto, The Untruth of Hegel's Horse, but I've only got 1 point done so far. No, I've got 2 points done so far. But the second point I haven't published yet. I can't remember what it is, but it's again, if you want something done, do it yourself is the punchline to it.
Yeah.
I need to get that manifesto done because that's definitely going to be part of the signage at Camden.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we have to think of a gig for you guys. I'll keep my brain open, trying to figure out some good ideas for
I think
a London gig.
Might be something we could consider. You know, I don't mind playing the drums.
Man,
it's the people. The place really can be anything, but it's the people. We need people there.
Yeah,
whatever it is.
So you think you're confident you can get a place? You can find a place. You just need a following point. Okay.
People's the hard. The place is the easy bit. People are the hard part.
Yeah, that's it.
And if we don't have people, there's no point having a place. So I think the first thing to do is to use this resurgence of our band in terms of doing band practices to get that to people via Camden. Then we've got people. Then when we've got people, anything will do. In London,
right.
Anywhere in London where they can get to will do. Shelley's
shop. Well, Emma, you have a following, don't you, at that bookstore where you were showing? Do you have friends down there, or a place?
I don't know about the following, but they did turn up. A few people, you know, Edgeworth turned up. I sold a few, and I'm really hoping to get another one next year. I'm really hoping that. I've asked around other places. You know, I keep looking out for a place to exhibit, so I'm really hoping I can have another show there next year. And I'm doing some paintings for it. I want to get at least. I'll probably have about 5, 6, 7 new paintings to put up there for it. So you know, so it won't just be the same.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant was also that's great. What I meant was take some CDs and hand them out to your friends at work.
Yes,
you know, Edgeworth band.
Some actually, somebody from work bought 2 people from work took my pictures, so they did come for that. Yeah, so.
But I'm sure to get a following of people that know that you're in a band and stuff like that.
Yes,
start,
I'm really
forget this shyness. I'm done with that. I'm over 50. I don't,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be shy anymore. You come see me now. That's what you just have to demand it.
Yeah.
I have band practice in a half an hour, so I have to go get ready for it.
Oh, okay.
Can I tell you quickly? We have a Porch Fest every year, and we always do it. It's very well attended. I put out Jompy. I put out Stuckism's 25th anniversary on my, stuff like that. So I usually use it as a place to promote too. So I'll be talking about Black Ivory this year, I think.
Oh, okay
So,
then. Oh, that'd be good. That'd be really
but
good. Yeah.
Well,
we
the
got to do some
students are in
tunes.
town. That's massive news. The students are coming to as we go.
Yeah.
Yep, students and also, like I said, I'm going to do a Porch Fest. I'm going to do free art, have a little
Yeah.
setup, and get some video.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay
So,
then.
thank you so much for joining us today, all of us.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you,
Pat
Rob.
yourself on the
Always
back.
good.
Good for you.
Oh,
Okay.
enjoy your family, Edgeworth, and safe travels, Emma.
Okay then. Thanks.
See you
Bye.
later,
All right.
Rob.
See you later,
Bye.
guys. Bye bye.
Bye.